Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Raj Shekhawat. I am inaugural professor and academic lead in audiology at Flinders University. Now, lately, a lot of students are getting in touch with me to inquire about PhD research. So I thought it'll be nice to make a compact little vlog around PhD, your eligibility, supervision, funding, admissions. So it'll be easier for you to get all this information at one go. First of all, let's talk about eligibility. Traditionally, you need to have a master's by research or an honors degree to then enroll yourself into a PhD program, which is true across many universities around the world. However, lately you can also see that the universities have been a little bit more flexible to recognize someone's clinical experience. So if someone has, say, 5, 10, 15 years of clinical experience or industry experience, I think that should also count for something. And universities are becoming a little bit more open towards that experience as well. So make sure you have this conversation with the potential universities you are interested in. Okay? So it's not traditionally about just an honors and a master's by research and then PhD. I'm aware of people who have a bachelor's degree and who have lots of clinical experience, and that experience has been considered and they have then given admission in a PhD. Point number 2, supervision. A couple of months back, I did a poll on Twitter about what is the most important thing for a PhD journey, and unanimously, a lot of people responded, and supervisor was the number one, above the funding, above the ranking of the university. So you could imagine how significant it is to identify a supervisor who genuinely is not only passionate about the research they do, but also care about you and your journey. So it'll be really nice for you to sort of get in touch with different people, do some email exchanges, arrange some meetings, suss them out and see whether their values aligned with what you are looking for or not. It's really important decision for you to make, to identify that person who would really care for you and your journey and offer you opportunities which will make a huge amount of positive difference beyond PhD as well. Okay, so make sure you get in touch with lots of people, write email to them. One important thing is, often people think that if they are picking for a supervisor, they go for research excellence. Somebody may be outstanding researcher, but it's also important for you to decide and judge whether they will have time for you or not, or they will have a stronger plan for you or not, or they will give you those sort of opportunities which you deserve or not. So make sure you ask these questions to yourself as well as to the potential supervisor when you are in the process of deciding. Third thing is funding. Funding is really important. As you all know, getting PhD scholarships or funding can be extremely competitive and challenging. However, lately there are lots of interesting options coming up. For example, enterprise scholarships, or relationship with industry providers or community. So there are lots of ways in which sometimes you can get a PhD funding in a non-traditional way as well. Once again, you need to have this conversation with your potential supervisor and try and explore what sort of funding model will fit really well to your situation. And of course, there are cases in which people self-fund their PhD as well by working part-time and also focusing on the PhD part-time. So make sure you have this open conversation with your supervisor with respect to what could be the various potential financial options available for you. And finally, university and admission process. Most of the university, as you know, offer really good PhD program. My advice will be to, apart from not only looking at the ranking of the university, ranking of the discipline you are interested in, also see the experiences of some other students. Talk to other PhD researchers from the same lab, from different lab, to see what sort of an experience, what sort of vibe you are getting from that experience. That can really help you a lot as well. Often admission is a very seamless process. To give you an example, at Flinders University, if you're applying for a PhD, you need to apply online, and it's not a complicated process. It's a simple form you need to fill. Along with filling those forms, you need to also have a support letter or an email from your potential supervisor saying that yes, they are interested in supervising you. You need to have a little one-page research proposal. Now again, that doesn't have to be really fine-tuned and polished down to the T. As long as you put the greater goal and greater direction you want to take in during your PhD, that should be acceptable. And also a little statement mentioning about how you have all those transferable skills which will make you an outstanding PhD student. So once again, to get to your research proposal, to talk about how you have all those necessary skills, and to get a support letter from your supervisor, have this conversation with your supervisor and arrange few of those meetings to brainstorm some of these things which you need for your admission process. Lately, 4 PhD students have applied and they are now working with me, and the 5th one is in the process of applying, and everybody had a very seamless experience. I'm really delighted that the School of Graduate Research at Flinders University, people are very efficient. So I'm sure that must be the case at other universities as well. So see how you are encountering that administrative process when you're applying. And all the very best for this exciting and amazing decision making and your potential journey for the PhD. If you happen to have any questions, please feel free to get in touch with me through my socials. Take care. Bye bye.